All right. So, a lot has happened since our last video. Built a new computer, then had a problem with my Windows, had to reinstall Windows, botched that up pretty bad. But anyways, so after spending a rough couple days, so I made it to the next area in Michigan, and the reason my scout, I almost forgot where I left off. I finally got the diff lock for the Chevy truck. Finally. Thanks to the Facebook group I'm in, SnowRunner Facebook group. Somebody else asked where the heck it was, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, I gotta go get this. So finally have the diff lock for the Chevy, but I haven't even really tried it out yet. The Scout, because it came with diff lock, kind of became my main Scout vehicle, because without diff lock, man, you're struggling in mud. It's almost impossible. So here we are. This is what I've uncovered so far in Smithville Dam. Really haven't done much except unlock some stuff, pick up a couple upgrades, and haven't unlocked any new trucks yet, which I'm very eager to do. But I have to say that some of these trails are just awesome. Like Mud Runner had nothing like the little mountain goat trails that are in this game. They're just intense. Like this little trail, like going uphill, I had to winch. I've rolled my Scout on this map a couple times, but luckily I bought the auto winch, the electric winch. So yeah, so now I'm gonna go help my Fleet Star pick up the cement, pull it out of the sandbar, because I don't have off-road tires for it yet. So I'm gonna do the cement mission, which I might have done out of order, because there's one like right up here, and then this one, and I probably should have grabbed those two. I guess it doesn't matter either way. I can only fit two on my truck at a time, so I love the new cranes are really cool. That's fun. So we'll see that. So let's get back to it. Oh, there's another Chevy truck over here that I'll probably just get to the garage and sell that. Turn my lights on. There we go. Yes, I got stuck. All right, here we go. Let's see. I guess it's like my only option. There's this bad angle. Ooh. Maybe this is a good time to test out this Chevy. Well, I'm probably gonna bring the Chevy down here anyways. Yep, let's do that. So I've got the suspension lift, 35-inch all-terrain tires, found the V8 engine, and a snorkel on it. And I bashed the guardrail, because, you know, Mud Runner, or however we want to refer to it, spin tires physics. But yeah, definitely had to change the Xbox controller setup so the parking brake is not on B, because when you're trying to winch and you keep hitting B and you're locking and unlocking your parking brake, that is just not a good time. Whoa. Whoa. And I did install the Mud Runner transmission on my Scouts. I really enjoy the International Scout. However, it's short wheelbase and narrow, so on a lot of these like mountain trails, especially with the top-heavy roof rack, it's very tippy. Very tippy, and I think the Chevy will be a much more stable platform. And even though this is not my body style that I own the square body Chevy 87 short wheelbase Silverado. I'm still gonna. I repainted this blue so that it kind of it's more familiar. So the Chevy is going to be my main Scout vehicle, but without that diff lock, I had to go with the Scout until I could find the diff lock. So now I've got the diff lock. Seems to be doing really well. It's got a little bit longer wheelbase, a little bit wider, and a suspension lift, so that's good. It's not having a lot of problem either. So I see a lot of people enjoying this game. Luckily, I have not experienced many bugs that I've seen. I did get the bug where when I recovered vehicles to the garage, all of a sudden, like I couldn't do anything with those vehicles. They were just trapped in the garage, and I actually have to restart the game to fix it. So I've gotten that a couple times. I have seen one floating like branch, like little piece of wood was floating off the road about 10 feet high. That's about it, I believe. For bugs. Oof. Getting that fleet star down this trail was fun too. Definitely have to use the winch in some spots. I'm really eager to get a good medium duty off-road capable truck, because this game is, even as a veteran spin tires mud runner guy, you know, there were no, well, okay, I won't say there were a few non all-terrain trucks. There was a couple, but pretty much every truck in that game was capable of doing off-road stuff. Had big tires, mud tire, you know, or they were Russian military trucks, you know, 90% of the stuff. So in this game, when you're starting with just American trucks, America is so well developed as far as infrastructure that there's really not a lot of common heavy-duty off-road vehicles because they're just not needed. I mean, there will be some power line companies that are like out in Midwest, Northwest America that need like 6x6, you know, utility trucks to get up and down their power line transmission trails and stuff, but you just don't see a lot of that in America. Oh, and boom. I'm not even gonna bother with that other truck. Let's just go get let's get the Scout. Yeah, the Scout, you can see the body damage. I have not, this thing has not been to the garage in a minute. I did have to go refuel though. Like I'm just really enjoying the challenge that this game is presenting. Spin Tires Mud Runner never had trails, you know, just so challenging. Now I know that matted, oh my gosh, I can't even talk. Modded maps were a big deal for some people. I just never got into them. For a long time, they were really difficult to install, and I just didn't really bother with it. But this game, I mean, the trails. This game is challenging. People complaining about no hardcore mode and stuff, and I get it because I wanted a hardcore mode, but it's pretty challenging on its own, I think. It's very different. You know, you really have to hone in driving technique. I actually have to use, on this map especially, you have to use low gear for a downhill control. You know, newer, a lot of high-tech newer 4x4 vehicles will have what they call downhill assist, and it's basically it engages the drivetrain and low gear and all this stuff, or you got, you know, electronically controlled brakes. Come on. Oh, no. God dang it. That is the one problem with trying to use Xbox controllers. You can't always... You kind of have to click through stuff with the D-pad instead of just clicking on it. I mean, I could use the mouse, but I don't really like to change hands a lot. So on this map, you have to learn how to use your low gear, and instead of always using the brakes, just put your truck in low gear when you go downhill, and it's only going to go so fast. And if you have the SnowRunner transmission, then you can really control your downhill descents really well. The new damage system, I think, needs to actually be a little harder. I have not really broken anything yet. I think the most, that would help. The most damage I've done in like one hit so far is like maybe 20 points of damage, I think. So you pick up one of these some loose cement pallets here, and then there's one straight ahead. I really should have just knocked those two out and driven straight across the river there. But for some reason I decided to go this way, and let me tell you, that Fleet Star had trouble in that mud right there. It was difficult. I actually had to use the crane to push the truck forward so I could get in range of a tree that was in front of my truck to winch to instead of behind me or to the side. That's another reason why you want cranes on your trucks, so you can use them to push yourself. Alright, we'll speed up here. Oh no, I missed it, didn't I? Alright, we're about to find out how capable this Chevy is now. Oh, the mud. So in Spin Tires, the mud graphics were the particles were pretty big. And are we done already? Jeez. But in this game, they're much smaller. It looks a lot better. I mean, look at that. That looks good. That looks really good. There is some mud clipping through the fender, you know. Oh, and the bed of the truck. Is there any plant? Oh, do I see? Oh, there is a graphical glitch there. What is that? Huh. Is that where the plant's coming through? Yeah. That's alright. It's not too bad. They need to fix that. Let's see how many trucks we can get stuck out here. Oh, that's why I really want to get a better... I really need like a medium-duty truck with off-road tires and everything. Just... Oh, there's that funky lowrider thing. You can see the tires, the frame of the Fleet Star. I don't know what's going on. The tires and axles are like pushed up through the truck. I've seen that once before. Maybe they'll get that addressed. Okay, but see, I don't want that going backwards. I'm trying to go to it. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Did I not have the diff lock on just a minute ago? I don't think I did, but I don't know that it would have mattered that much because this is nasty. I feel like I'm gonna have to get the Scout and come from the other side. Can I winch to the pallet? Nope. I mean, it is a pallet of concrete bags. That is a very legit thing to winch to. But that's okay. Oh, let's have some fun with the crane. Hell yeah. Let's do this. That's a little janky. It'd be nice if they kind of smooth that out. See, this is cool. Ooh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to... Oh, I'm not going to be able to get very far. How far is it going to take him? Oh, wow, look at this. This is the... Oh, wow, look at that. Wow, that thing goes out there. Jeez. I don't know how much weight bearing it would have that far extended, though. I mean, because the further it goes out, the weaker and weaker it's going to be. Okay. Oh, you know what I could do? I could do... Hold on. Nope, 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 nope. We could do this. No, that's not what I meant. Nope. Oh, jeez. That's not what I meant. I want to get over. There we go. Ooh. Oof. I don't know. Oh, we're sinking. So this was seen in the trailer. People notice that if your truck just sits on certain surfaces, it will sink. And I have sunk. I don't think I got enough ass for this. It's not even, the truck's not even an all-wheel drive. How do I... I don't know that I can... Like, I don't know that it's going to save these settings. Right? So is it, I don't know that it's going to keep the truck. Oh shit. Now that is nice. As I bury my Chevy to the frame on one side. Oh, I do not have enough ass for this. Well, okay. Looks like we might be doing some more creative crane usage, and I am running low on fuel. Yep, okay. Well, let's get out of the way, and we're going to do some creative crane recovery. Let's get up here. Okay. Oop. All right. Oh, nope. Sorry, I don't want those actually. Nope, stop. Okay. It's clicking it too fast. Did I just push them? No, god dang it. Okay, here we go. Oh, you know what? Let's do that. I used to do this in spin tires. What you do is you put the crane to the other side and then basically, whoa, that was weird. Did you see how the camera angle was making that look very odd? So what you do is you use the crane weight to shift the weight of the truck as best as you can. And that didn't make a difference because I got highway tires on this thing. Okay. Oh, that was weird. That's very strange. Alright, so we're going to go to the weak side. This thing pointed down. Extend it. I don't know how to... Oh, there we go. Okay. Oop, go on. See, I don't know that I can drive. That's the problem. I can't drive and do it. Oh boy, we might not even be able to do... Uh-huh. Yeah, this is, it's like that hole the Chevy made. Jeez, that is cool. This is not good. Jeez. Okay. Well, let's... This truck's getting low on fuel, which is not cool. Oh, I got the camera. Okay. Lost bags. tunnel. And there's a truck out here. So I've kind of changed my mind on, we'll say that I've kind of changed my mind on the recovery function. Because these maps are so much bigger, I don't really have a problem using it anymore. Like if you finish a task, or say you find the last watch point on a map, which is way out here, right? And you're in your scout vehicle. I don't really mind recovering back to the garage, because I was thinking about it and it's like in all the other games that have fast travel, I use it. So as a fast travel function, I'm okay with it now. I mean, I don't want to abuse it. But in situations like this, no. I am not going to recover this Fleet Star to the garage. Which is the one cool thing is, if you're loaded with cargo or you have a trailer, you have to drop all of that to recover your vehicle. So that's kind of a nice balance thing. It's like, hey, we'll let you do this, but you're gonna have to come back and get the trailer and the cargo and everything you left behind. So I think that's fair. I do like that. But it, like, when you're finishing, like you finish an objective and you're way out in the middle of nowhere and you're like, okay, I just want to get back to the garage. I don't mind that, because just driving back, it's like fast travel in an RPG. Unless you're one of those wackos that like never fast travels. Like there are some people that do that in role-playing games. They literally will not use fast travel, so it takes them forever to do the game because they walk or ride their horse everywhere. I'm not one of those people. Sorry. Just not. So we need to... What do we need to do? The scout's not going to do any... A scout vehicle's not going to help. So I've got to go find other trucks. I think that's pretty much the only thing I can do at this point. Oh, repair the truck. There's a truck right there. But it looks like a GMC. I'll tell you what, let's... Well, let's just go find out what that is. Now I've got, I think, 35-inch all-terrains on this truck, but no suspension lift. But man, a suspension lift would make this thing really, really unstable. Oof. I think part of the problem with the scout vehicles is they're just not, their weight. Oh my god, how did we not tip over? They're just too light. I think if somebody could just make a user mod or patch that just added weight to the scout vehicles, they'd be a lot better. I mean, as light as a scout is, they're still not, in real life, they're just not as bouncy as they are in this game. Okay, does anybody... So here's another glitch. You switch to a vehicle in auto and it doesn't shift. Okay, I imagine. See, whoa, see now it's like, boom, there it goes. So that's another problem. A minor one, but still. Okay, where's my crossing? Over here. Oh, shit. This is a bitch of a crossing. Good thing there's trees in the water because this... was a challenge. Apparently I came at a much better angle this time because that was not a problem. Ooh, whoa, 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 we're falling off in a rut here. Oh, whoa. Come on, baby. Try to get as little throttle as I needed to get the tires going. Come on, come on. Someone is banging on the wall in my house, and I hope that's not coming through the microphone. I think it is. It is coming through the microphone. Okay, well, let's cut this video short because we're at 30 minutes anyways. Didn't get anything accomplished, unfortunately, but that's the way SnowRunner goes.